Dark, eerie music plays as we see a quiet college town blanketed in snow. The camera pans to a house lit by flickering porch lights. A voiceover begins. 4 young lives. One horrific night. A crime that left an entire nation asking, who could commit such a heinous act? This is the story of the Idaho College Murders, a case that shocked the world and raised more questions than answers. From the very beginning, the case was shrouded in mystery. The victim's house, a popular hangout spot for college students, had multiple roommates, yet no one heard a thing. There were no signs of forced entry, and the surviving roommates were left unharmed. Who could have done this, and why? Just days before the murders, Kaylee had confided in a friend about an unsettling feeling, as if someone was watching her. Was it paranoia or a predator lurking in the shadows? The police faced mounting pressure from the public. Weeks went by without an arrest, and rumors began swirling on social media. Was it someone the victims knew? A random act of violence? Or something more sinister? Then, a breakthrough came. Authorities released a grainy surveillance image of a white Hyundai Elantra seen near the crime scene on the night of the murders. It was a small clue, but it was enough to reignite hope. Investigators began piecing together a puzzle that led them to Bryan Kohberger, a criminology graduate student with no apparent connection to the victims. But this discovery only deepened the mystery. Kohberger was described as intelligent, introverted, and eerily fascinated with crime. Why would someone like him commit such a brutal act? And how did he think he could get away with it? Kohberger's arrest sent shockwaves through the community. A criminology student studying the minds of killers was now accused of being one. Friends and acquaintances described him as socially awkward and obsessive, often dominating conversations about true crime. He even conducted surveys asking criminals about their thought processes during their crimes. One of his former classmates recalled, "He always seemed to be chasing something darker, something more dangerous." Could his academic curiosity have turned into something far darker? Was he testing his theories in real life? These questions continue to haunt those following the case. The turning point in the investigation came from cutting-edge technology. Police used genetic genealogy to match DNA found at the crime scene to Kohberger. This method, which has solved countless cold cases, pinpointed Kohberger with astonishing accuracy. Additionally, cell phone records placed him near the victim's house multiple times before the murders. These revelations painted a chilling picture. Kohberger had been stalking the victims, studying their routines, and planning the attack for weeks. The knife sheath left behind, a chilling oversight, was like a signature left at the scene. But despite the mountain of evidence, one question remained unanswered: what was his motive? What could drive someone to commit such a horrific crime? Some experts suggest that Kohberger's fascination with criminology may have evolved into an obsession. Others theorize that the murders were a twisted experiment, an attempt to execute the perfect crime and outsmart law enforcement. One chilling theory posits that Kohberger was fueled by a desire for notoriety. In a world where true crime stories captivate millions, was he trying to write his own twisted legacy? And then there's the most haunting question: was this his first crime, or could there be other unsolved cases with a similar pattern? As police worked tirelessly behind the scenes, social media sleuths were conducting their own investigations. TikTok, Reddit, and YouTube exploded with theories, some helpful, others wildly speculative. Some users even identified the white Hyundai Elantra before authorities made it public. This case highlighted the growing role of citizen detectives in modern investigations. While some tips proved invaluable, others led to false accusations and harassment, showing the double-edged sword of armchair criminology. Could this case signal a shift in how crimes are investigated? Is the internet becoming the modern-day detective's toolkit, or is it a dangerous playground for misinformation? While the nation obsessed over the details, the families of the victims were left to grapple with unimaginable loss. Kaylee's parents, in particular, became vocal advocates for justice, pushing authorities to keep the case in the public eye. Their pain, courage, and determination became a rallying cry for a grieving community. Xana's family described her as a light in every room she entered. while Ethan's siblings mourned the loss of a brother who always made them laugh. These glimpses into their lives added an emotional weight to an already devastating tragedy. Moscow, once a town where people left their doors unlocked, was now gripped by fear. Students left in droves, parents demanded answers, and trust in local law enforcement wavered. The murders not only shattered 4 families, but also changed the fabric of the town forever. Bryan Kohberger's trial is set to be one of the most closely watched in recent history. Legal experts predict a battle over the DNA evidence and the timeline of events. Meanwhile, the public remains divided. Some see Kohberger as a cold-blooded killer, while others question whether the evidence is as airtight as it seems. The chilling question remains, was this an isolated act of evil, or could someone like Kohberger have done this before? As the trial unfolds, more truths may come to light. Now let's turn it over to you. What do you think motivated this horrific crime? Was it a calculated experiment, a psychological break, or something even more sinister? Drop your theories in the comments below. We want to hear from you. The Idaho College Murders remind us of the fragility of life and the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places. As we continue to seek justice and remember Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan, we must also confront the deeper questions this case raises about humanity and the pursuit of truth. If you found this story as gripping and heartbreaking as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most shocking true crime cases. Thank you for watching.